Hello and welcome once again to Akose's vlog. If you're new here, kindly subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the notification bell when you're done. Today we are going to make spring roll wraps. This is going to be done in two different ways. Come with me as I take you through both processes today. All you need is your flour, your corn flour, and then salt to taste. So in a bowl, I'm going to pour 2 cups of all-purpose flour into it. After, I'm going to add salt to taste, a teaspoon of it, and then I'm going to add a 1/3 cup of our corn flour. Now, if you want it more crunchy, the corn flour serves that purpose, but then you can also omit it if you want. After, I'm going to add water to it. We don't want it too runny, neither do we want it so thick. It should be somehow in between, yes. So add the water gradually. Don't add it all at once because you might miss the consistency. Like I told you today, we are going to make 2 types. The runny and the thick type like you see over here. So after, I'm going to use my hands to continue whisking it or beating it till I get this stretchy consistency. Yes, it has to be stretchy. Now when I'm done, I'm going to coat my pan with some oil or you grease your pan. This is also optional. I'm using non-stick. I don't need to use the oil to coat it, but then I'm just doing it for those who be using the stainless steel type of frying pan. Now I'm going to scoop a little onto the pan, go round in circle like I'm demonstrating over here. The fire should be at the minimum. The highest of my stove is 9 and I'm doing it at 4. Yes, so you have to just go round in circle in your pan. You can use a brush, but then I prefer to use my hands because it's more very easy that way. So when the top part of it dries up, you use just something to lift it up, or you can use your hands to lift it up, and then you take it out of the saucepan. Yes, it's quite hot, but then it's okay. Now we are going to repeat the process again. You scoop just a little onto the pan like this, and then you take the excess out. You wipe the excess out of it, and then when it cooks, you take it out. Or you can also notice the edges pulling away from the pans, and then you know that it's ready to be taken out of the crepe pan. You would be wondering if you can also do it, and I would say yes. This is beginner friendly. It's very easy to achieve this one. Yes, so you can just be practicing because practice makes perfect. So if at first you don't succeed, just try again. So we are going to continue till we are done with all the batter. Now that we are done with everything, we are going to allow it to cool completely before we use it. Now the second method, so I'm scooping a cup of all-purpose flour, half teaspoon of salt, and then half a 1/3 cup of my corn flour, and then I'm going to mix everything together. After, I'm going to add water to it. It has to be very runny and very light, so I will show you the consistency we would be going for later on. Yes, now we are going to whisk it till it's lump free, and then we will start the process. Remember that adding cornstarch is also optional. So when I'm done, I'm going to start with making the wraps, and this is the consistency. It has to be light. You scoop a little onto it, just tilt your frying pan like this and drain the excess out of the pan. After, you just turn your pan like this and then you take it out. You continue till you are done with all the mixture. Is this not easy and simple to make in the comfort of your home? Now you know how to prepare these 2 types of spring roll wraps, and I hope you would enjoy it as much as I do. Now let's look at the differences between the two. This is the liquid type, and here is the thick type of our batter, and you can see no difference between them. Just allow it to cool completely before rolling your spring roll. So if you're still watching me at this stage, why don't you give it a thumbs up, comment on my videos. This way it gives me the motivation to always make new videos for you. Just look at how good and simple it is. So let's try rolling one of our spring rolls. Now we are going to do the beans type of spring roll, and always put the filling at the rough part of the wrap. Yes, so you put it at the rough part, and then you fold the edges right in it, and then you roll it like I'm demonstrating here. This is self-explanatory, so you just look at it and then you roll it nicely. Now in order to tuck it in, you leave some of the batter and then you scoop just a little at the edges so that you stick it together, and then we are done with rolling our spring rolls. Now this is so simple and easy to make, and believe you me, it is so nice and crunchy. Yes, you can store this one in the freezer. Whenever you want to use it, you just store it before you fry it, or you can also put the wrappers in Ziploc bags and then you just freeze it if you're not ready to use it, and you can keep it in the freezer for as long as 6 months. You only have to thaw it before you wrap it into a spring roll. Yes, or before you fill it up. And now if you want to thaw your frozen wrap too, please don't put it at room temperature. If it's at the freezer section, just put it at the fridge section so that it thaws nicely. Now we are done and it's time to fry it. We are going to deep fry our spring rolls till it's brown or till it's completely to your preference. I like my extra crunchy, so I make sure it's more brown. If you want it very soft, just reduce the corn flour, and also don't allow it to be too brown in the oil. Now with the leftovers, you can fry it like chips, and trust me, this is so yummy and delicious. So whenever you are done with the wraps and you are ready to wrap it up, also you can just use your scissors to cut the edges so that it doesn't become too hard, and then you fry it into chips, and it is so yummy. Yes, thank you lovely people for watching my video. Don't forget to like, share me out, comment on my video, and invite your friends and family to also be a part of this great family. So we see each other next time. Bye bye.